So, I would like to inform you that if you are a woman with an inflated sense of self, this video might trigger you. It might not. I don't know. But it's your own problem from this point here on out if you want to stick through with this video. But I just want to tell you that you can learn something here, so you can stay through if you want to stay through. But I'm going to tell you how it is. I don't care about your feelings. I don't care what you have to say. The truth is the truth, man. 1 + 1 = 2. It's the truth, just like this video. So I'm going to break down for you guys why women with an inflated sense of self hate men with true value. And the reason why this is because a lot of these women, younger females and stuff like this, the reason why they run circles around guys is because they simply can. They have guys, especially when you're a young female, man, you have guys hitting you up left, right, and center. It's nothing if you lose one of these guys because you only got about 20, 30, 40 more right there. So that alone will give women an inflated sense of self. She will think she's much better than she actually is because of that inflated sense of self that a lot of guys want you. You feel important, but it's really your own ego getting in the way, because if a man can do that the other way around, it's impressive. But for you, it is not impressive, because what makes you impressive as a woman to get the highest quality, highest caliber man you can get and keep him. That's your game. For a guy, it's a lot different. It's completely different. If you're a guy and you can get that many good-looking females coming after you, you're obviously doing something very right. So there's a big difference here. But anyways, that's not even really the point of this video. The reason why women with an inflated sense of self hate high caliber, high quality guys, simply because he can bring her down to earth. Down to earth where she should actually be. So that inflated sense of self goes out the window whenever you deal with an actual high value guy that knows what he's doing, that knows what he's talking about. He will bring you back down to earth. And a lot of those inflated sense of self type of women run away from guys like that and deal with guys they can just run circles around. But it's very bad for them. Very, very bad. It works for them when they're young. They can have their way. They can do their things. They can do this. They can do that. But as you get older, man, things change. Things change. Priorities change. So all of a sudden, as she gets older, she might feel a sense, oh my God, I need to settle with a guy before it's too late. Before this, before that. And you know, you might kind of ruin things for yourself if you wait too late. But these types of females, bro, they do not like guys that are actually a lot better than they are. Because it forces them to be down to earth. You can't act fucking crazy. You can't be crazy like you are. These girls, man, with an inflated sense of self, can act however they want to whoever they want because they have so many people just there. If you have one guy, you have to act right. If you have 40 guys, you don't have to act right. You can do whatever you want. Because if you ruin things with one guy, there's 39 more. You ruin things with another guy, there's still 38 more. It's the running circles around these guys is what I'm trying to talk about here. So, as you get older as a female, your ability to do that starts to go down and down and down and down and down. The older you get. So, even if you're at that age, very young age where the world is your oyster, if you deal with a high quality enough man, you're not going to be used to what's going to take place. rather than all the other guys that you may deal with on a daily basis. It's a totally different ball game. And chances are, when you get a female at that age, she is not going to listen to a high quality guy because she would rather all the other options. She would rather run circles at this point in her life around all the other guys. If she's smart, she takes a high quality guy. But she'll most likely hate him and be all mad and pissy because she can't have her way with him, because you can't have your way with someone that's that much better than you are. Let's be real, you can't. The leverage is not in your favor because he can also replace you. He doesn't need you. You don't need him either at that time, but you might later on. He'll never need you because he can replace you. You might not be able to replace him. That's why they get pissed, because they can't have their way with you like they can with all the other guys. So that's the name of the game, bro. That's the name of the game. That's what happens. That's why a woman or a young female like that might hate you because you're so high up. You can't be fucked with. It has to be your way or the highway because you earned it. You earned for it as a man of high caliber for it to be your way or the highway. You're in charge. She's not in charge. She does not even qualify to be in charge. In fact, she is very far away from being able to be in charge. Women or young women or anything that have an inflated sense of self are not developed. They are in no position to call any shots. You got whatever you wanted your whole life. Everything went your way your whole life, which means you did not do any work to actually get better. I'm telling you guys, that's how it is. What makes people work so hard is not getting what they wanted. You have to lose to get wins. I took so many losses in the past. I hate fucking losing, bro. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win. It's going to be my way, because my way is the right way, because I do all the right shit. I'm not gonna fuck up. I'm not gonna fuck up life. But on the other hand, you get these women with a inflated sense of self. They've never went through anything like that. They've never went through anything groundbreaking like that. They've never been in a position where they did not get what they wanted in some form. There's always something that will go their way. There's always another, there's something right there, there's something right here, there's something over here. That's what happens. When you always get what you want, when you can do something that you can get your way, you don't have to battle any adversity, it's going to keep you from actually getting better. So, that's how it goes. In fact, I'd be worried if things started going all my way. I'd be worried. Because that can stop you, man. That can stop your hunger. It's something I don't want to happen. It's something I'm not going to let happen. I'm smart enough to know if something like that is happening and things are going very, 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 very well and everything's going right, I'm going to tell myself, I'm not going to take myself out of the right mindset. You keep doing all the right things all the time, regardless of things going so well. You keep working hard. You keep working hard. You keep working hard. But women that have that inflated sense of self, these pretty females that they're running around going crazy, the world is their oyster, they don't know nothing about it until they get older. They hit their adversity much older, if they do at all. Because slowly you start to lose leverage as an attractive woman when you get older. It's just the way it is. And that's when you have to, like, that's really when you have to start acting right. If you're like the prettiest thing going, there's guys that will deal with you. There are guys that will deal with you. But no high caliber man is going to deal with you if you're even the best looking thing ever and you don't act right. He's not going to do it. But there are guys out there that will deal with you. And there's even lesser guys that's going to deal with you in the future when you get older. It's just the way it goes. It's life. We're all a fucking human being, man. Superheroes don't really exist. You can come as close as you want to being a real man superhero or some shit, but there's no such thing as superpowers, and there's no super women, nothing. So, life is life, man. And these women with an inflated sense of self, the best thing that could happen to them is being brought down to earth. A high quality lad will do exactly that for you. He will. And if you're young enough and dumb enough, if you're a bimbo, you might not like it. If you're a bimbo, you might not like this video because you're too slow to understand. You're too stuck in your feelings and how I'm saying things rather than actually trying to understand where I'm coming from because you're a bimbo. So, truth be told, bruh. Truth be told. This is exactly why women with an inflated sense of self do not like guys who got it all together. Because they simply don't got it all together. They hate you because you actually got it all together, and they just want to believe in their minds that they got it all together when you actually don't. And as you get older, it's only going to hit you harder and harder and harder and harder because you don't. You just want to believe you do. You want to believe the world's your oyster forever. It's not like that forever. And sure, if you're a young, attractive female, the world might be your oyster for a short amount of time, but that time is going to come to an end. That's when you really got to start acting right and change for the better. Some people don't. Some of these women stay arrogant and stay mad and stay pissed and everything should always be my way type thing. You are the same ones that end up screwed as you get older. And I mean screwed. Because you can never do the right things to be of value to another valuable person of the opposite gender. That is your issue. It's not all about what you want. If you cannot be valuable to another man that you actually want, it's game over. He's not going to want you because you don't bring him enough value back. He will replace you with somebody else that can. So that's on you. That's on you. Do what you want. But this is basically my take, and you know, like this goes this goes for a lot of the younger females because it's mostly the younger females that have such an inflated sense of self. Women who get a bit older, they understand how things actually are rather than what they want to believe things are. They start to understand reality more and how things actually work as they get a bit older. When you're young, bro, when you're a young, attractive female, you don't really get put in your place. People are coming after you like you're the best new candy in the candy store. They're coming after you like they are like a fucking, I don't know. You're just the best candy in the store, and they're coming after your ass. They're coming for that ass, dog. But there's always going to be new ones that come, and that one that was the hottest will no longer be the hottest. You are now a Charleston Chew bar, and someone else comes in as a caramel bar. Why did I say it like that? Because caramel bars are way better than fucking old Charleston Chews. Your time comes to an end as a young, attractive female. Someone else is coming in to take your spot. Now everyone else is going after her like they're the next new best candy. And if you're that Charleston Chew and you still think you're the new best candy, you're delusional. You have an inflated sense of self. You have not proven yourself. You have not leveled up. You have not done what you should have been doing. And now you can't even get like anything because you're unappealing in all ways. Your looks flew out the window. Your time is up. And it's the worst thing any woman can do that has an inflated sense of self. An inflated sense of self will never be your friend. Even if you're very young, the best move you could make is not let that get to your head. The fact that you can have whatever you want, because it will get to your head. If you're smart, you won't let it get to your head. You will make the right decisions for yourself at the youngest age possible. That is the truth. If you don't do that, you will pay a price. You will. So that's up to yourself. Totally up to yourself. Whatever you want. And that's the take for this video. So, you guys get it. This can cause women with an inflated sense of self to hate guys who are of high caliber, who have a lot of good things going for them, who have a great future ahead. Those women can hate these type of men simply because of what I've already stated. She cannot have her way with him. He's not letting her have her way. She wants him, but he's not letting her run her game on him because he's too valuable, too awakened, too aware. He's not going to put himself in harm's way. She can do that to all the other guys that are blue-pilled, that don't know what the fuck's going on, that they're just thinking with their dicks and, oh, I just want her so bad and we'll do anything for her. You guys are screwed. The guy with a good head and his shoulders, this type of girl is either going to change for him or she's going to get pissed. It's either or. Sometimes either or does happen, but if she was smart, she would change for this guy. If she was smart. If not, you keep running games on everybody else, having your way, being the more dominant one, being the more important one. But then you lose in the long run. Because you're unwilling to comply. Because you want the power. You want to run game on a guy that's way more valuable than you are. It's not going to happen. You stop right there. He's going to bring you back down to earth. He will make you feel exactly what you really are. Not what you want to believe you are or what you believe you can do to whoever. Your time will come to an end. So, like I said, guys, the best thing anybody can do is not let things get to their head in that way. Not have an inflated sense of self. Be what you actually are. If you're confident, you're confident. These women feel confident because they can do whatever they want to a bunch of guys. And they make it that way. Because if they weren't so stupid, she wouldn't have that kind of power. All these guys are going to give power to this girl. So she feels that way, but it's not actually who she is. You guys see what I'm saying? So that's why these types of people that do not learn early enough and learn way too late end up screwed in the long run. Because they're piss poor decision making. But if they can learn lessons as young as possible, they can really get it right. And that is always your best bet. It's your best bet. You will do your own self dirty by being entitled, by your head being blown up, by thinking you'll have your way till the end of time. And it's never going to be that way. It will never be that way for you. Your time will come to an end. You might never be able to attract ever again what you could have at one point in time. You're done. Time's up. And you can blame nobody but yourself. Because you have a listening problem. You go off of too much, not by logic, but rather these people, bro, are the definition of people by live. They live every single day of how they feel rather than thinking things clearly and through and making game plans so their life can be much better in the long run. But rather they go off each single day of how they feel. I feel this right now. I feel that right now. I feel I need this right now. I feel I need this kind of guy right now. You're not always going to get what you feel you think you can get. You see what I'm saying? It's not how it works. It's how you want it to work, and life does not revolve around you. You have to be smart enough to make the right decisions. To know your boundaries. To know when you're crossing lines you shouldn't cross. And certain things. This is what good parenting does to women. Because your daddy, he's going to tell you what to do at a young age. And it's going to be in here. You're going to see how he treats your mom. You're going to see the healthy family dynamic. You're probably going to make the right decisions for yourself at an early enough age. But if not, you will see the end result and it's not going to be good. So, that's the video for this evening. I'm out for now.